Have you ever wondered why sometimes life has you going around in circles and you haven't figured out your purpose or which path you should go? Ever get tired of dating the same type of people and you feel like you're wasting your time? Or you have been dating forever and still waiting on wedding bells? What about being married, but you may still feel lonely, or you are constantly arguing with your spouse? There was once a time you were all inseparable and couldn't keep your hands off each other and so in love, but now you barely talk. Life can sometimes get in the way, and before you know it, you barely have time for yourself. You are raising kids, always tired, and then they grow up and you don't know what to do with yourself. Ourbond is the solution for you. It's a 30, 60, and 90-day challenge created by experts in categories of singleness, dating, marriage, and parenting. These challenges were developed based on both the male and female perspective. You will receive daily tips, lessons, and encouragement to grow into the person you seek to become. Each day is tailored specifically for your journey in life. Put yourself first and take this challenge to begin your journey. You will experience growth and will evolve within 90 days. All you have to do is take the first step in this path, waiting just for you.
Good evening.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. You could be doing a lot of other things, but we thank you all for tuning in tonight. We are the Hardmans.
Yes, we are.
And you are tuning in to Ourbondlive.
Ourbondlive.
Yes, well, we are here.
Yes.
Mostly every Tuesday. Mostly for the most part.
Pretty much.
For the most part, every Tuesday.
We took a couple of weeks of breaks for vacation, and we was just tired,
birthday,
y'all.
Or tired, or... Yeah, but we're the Hardmans, and we're here every Tuesday night.
Every Tuesday night, 7 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, Moto.
Please share, and like this video.
Yes.
Hit the like button.
Hit the hearts. All that.
We like to make
Let
this,
us know.
Yes, we like to make this interactive. So
and comment on the comment section, most definitely.
Yes.
So that we can create dialogue for each other.
We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope right now.
Yes.
Yes. So we like to talk about hot trending topics.
Yeah.
And so it looks like we are in a new normal now.
Yeah, pretty much.
So the world, what's going on right now is basically the gist of what we will be discussing and how you can navigate through that.
Yeah.
So we're going to be giving practical tips.
Yeah.
We'll still talk about love and relationships
Most
and
definitely.
all that during
That's what we do.
That during this new normal. So those of you all that don't know us, we've been married for going on 16 years.
In about a month, 2 months.
In about a month, 2 months. We have 4 girls.
Yes.
And yes, we are officially homeschooling parents now, right? So
thank you. First of all, let me just give a shout out to all the teachers, because sometimes we don't give y'all kudos and props like we should. But this experience has opened up all of our eyes that have children at home, that have to deal with all of these packets that have been given to us by all of the teachers, and have to deal with that.
Praise
Most
God
definitely.
For digital learning. Thank God for you teachers.
Yeah, Zoom is everybody's new best friend right now.
Yes. So we are going to jump right in. What's today's topic?
We are in this together.
Y'all, don't think y'all alone.
Yeah.
Everything that's happening right now, we are all in this together. So each week, we want to give some tips, and we read and get updates with what's going on in the world, and we want to present it to you in practical ways.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Because we are what in
this together.
Okay.
Yes.
So first, now I got to get my spectacles on.
Yeah, she got to get her glasses.
Okay. Well, because I wrote some notes and stuff down. So first, let's just see what we're dealing. So we're dealing with the COVID-19 right now, the coronavirus. Mm-hmm. So let's just look at the cases, the number of cases that we have right now in each state.
All right.
The video cases. Okay, so look at the United States. We are at 184,000 cases so far. And look at these states. You got New York leading us with 75,000 cases and then 1,500 deaths. And it goes on. Find your state. Georgia, we like number 11, close to 4,000 cases. And so Tennessee, Alabama only had 15 deaths, but there's 949. You saw South Carolina on there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I saw Hawaii. Hawaii doesn't have any deaths, but there are 204 cases. Y'all, this thing is not going away anytime soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is increasing daily.
Mm-hmm.
You can get out of it. It is increasing daily. Okay, lives have been lost. And so, like we were saying, this is our new normal. Last week, it was reported there were 3.2 million individuals that applied for unemployment insurance. That was just last week.
Just last week.
Okay, so we don't know what this week is going to bring. So we have an updated list. Every week, we're going to show you jobs around the area, not only here in Atlanta, Georgia, where we live, but also across the country that are hiring.
Yeah.
Because this is a time now. Wait, we have to. This is a time now to where even if you are laid off, it's okay right now to temporarily go into another field. If you need income, okay, it's okay. There's nothing wrong. This is the new normal. Okay, we're going to be talking about stimulus checks and all that a little later. But to get food on the table, have cash in your hand, there are a lot of companies out there that are hiring.
Yeah.
So if it's not part of your field, it's okay to go into this temporarily. And who knows, you might like it.
Yeah.
Go to the hiring video. So let's show. Okay. So Aldi's is hiring. Turf, they're a landscaping company. Last week we mentioned Amazon hiring, and they're temporarily raising the pay an additional $2 an hour. Americold Realty Trust, they're hiring. Atlanta Gas Light is hiring 200 new employees. Staffing Group, Dollar General, they're hiring. Also, the Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is also giving discount for healthcare workers, too. Domino's, Ingalls, short and long term. Kroger is definitely hiring. Mostly all the grocery stores are hiring, and delivery services. Real estate companies are hiring. Papa John's, PepsiCo, looking to hire temporarily staff immediately. Piedmont Healthcare, nurses, retired nurses, respiratory therapists. They're looking for you here in Atlanta. You got Pruitt Health. They're hiring all across the country. Publix, qualified staffing. And I can give you the links. I can post this. Rite Aid, Sprouts, Team Roofing, Walgreens, and Walmart. I will post this link so that you will have that, and you can just click on those links that are hiring. This list will be updated each week, okay? And so also, too, we know that small businesses have been greatly impacted.
Most definitely.
I mean, we're talking about not only restaurants. You got the Cheesecake Factory sending out a note to their landlord saying we're not paying April 1st's rent payment.
Yeah.
You got restaurants closing down. Then you got the small businesses. Mm-hmm. You got the salons, barbershops, nail techs. You even got travel agents, small businesses, dog grooming places. Small businesses that have less than 500 employees. Yeah. Part of that $2 trillion stimulus packet is going to be available to you all. So let's look at that. I should have had my SBA. Okay, so this is a link to where you can apply for SBA loan. These loans are going to be forgiven, meaning you borrow the money, you're able to continue to pay your employees. These are the people that are eligible, less than the 500, sole proprietors. That means you're working for yourself. You're eligible for that as well. If it keeps going down, they are looking to see, they're looking to cover your rent, your mortgage, your payroll taxes. They're not looking to see if you have credit, good credit or bad credit. They're looking to help you so you don't have to keep laying people off or that your business doesn't fold. So these are loans that they will give you, and I will provide the link for you too to apply for this. And at the end of this period, it pays for up to 8 weeks thus far. And to get this information, to have the loan forgiven, you just have to show your distribution of the funds. You have to show, who you paid, how much you paid, basically accurate financial reporting. So that's good information for you all to know as well. So let's do some self-reflection. Let's do some self-reflection. What have you learned during this time?
You go first.
Okay. First of all, let me tell y'all something. Let's take a little break. I'm mad at my husband right now. Let me tell you why I'm mad at him. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad, son.
Let me tell you why I'm mad. Let me tell you why I'm mad at him. Y'all know these hospitals are packed. Okay, they are full of capacity. They are not taking patients that don't have life-threatening illnesses or injuries. Okay, my almost 43-year-old husband decided to race our 4 girls last night outside in the street. He pulled his hamstring, y'all. He pulled his hamstring. Like I said, I'm already working full time. We homeschooling 4 girls, okay? And now I got to take care of him because he pulled his hamstring, y'all. pulled his hamstring, and I told him not to do it.
Well, just know I was winning the race before I pulled my hamstring. I wanted them to know that I still had it, but I only had it for a limited amount of time.
I told him not to do it. I told him not to do it. He only stretched 5 minutes. Who stretches 5 minutes?
Hey,
athletes stretch for at least 30 minutes. Good athletes.
Listen. So what you saying? I ain't no good athlete?
Absolutely not.
Oh my goodness.
Not right now, baby. Back in the day. Like me, I'm not like I used to be. I need to stretch for at least an hour.
Sad, y'all.
I need to stretch for at least an
I'm
hour.
Sad.
So
get off me. Don't touch me.
Self-reflection. Okay, self-reflection. During this time, you should be thinking differently. Like we said, this is our new normal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Like, if you're saying me, I go first. I'm realizing that there were things I didn't have to overspend and spend extra money on stuff.
Yes.
I thought I was frugal, but y'all going forward now?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to save even more than what we had anticipated the savings.
Yeah.
Scale down some things. We like that extra stuff we always be doing with the these kids are like cash cows. They just think that this money just grows on trees. Time with family. I'm never complaining about that again.
Yeah.
Because people are losing their family members. I know close people to me that I have close friends that have lost some of their family to this virus. I'm not complaining about just having to be home.
Yeah.
And us all in the house.
Yeah. So I'll say what my self-reflection is. Number one, I'm thankful for the opportunity to really just be around my family. And then also taking for granted what it means to just have your freedom, to be able to go when you want, where you want to. And right now, when you're at home or you're on quarantine or just on lockdown, in the sense, you don't have a level of freedom that gives you the ability to do what you want, go what you want. I've even seen people say, man, I took for granted just giving people hugs and just the small and simple things. And so you got to be, some of the things that we do, that we take for granted, that we automatically just think is just easy or it's just automatic. A lot of those things have been taken away. But then at the same time, self-reflection is, and with me being a pastor, is making sure that we use the technology that is available to us to utilize it to really just, reach out to people.
And still communicate.
And communicate.
We've been doing Zooms with family, and we were thinking, why didn't we do this before?
Yeah.
We hadn't seen them in like months.
Yeah. And we could have already done this way before when we had opportunities to do so. And now this actual lockdown has put us in a position to where we could utilize a lot of these things. So at the same time, I don't take for granted the small things, but then I'm also utilizing as an opportunity some of the things that are afforded to us to be able to do it. So these ways of technology, and just like we're communicating to y'all right now out there that's viewing, we're having an opportunity to speak to you guys from the comfort of our own, home. And so this gives us the opportunity to be able to do so. And so reflection is just take advantage of every opportunity, maximize the moment. Don't take for granted the opportunities that you have to really just go and see people and have a level of physical touch with them and, be in their presence, because there may be a time where that might not be available like now. So that's what I really take from it. Right. And I want to utilize every opportunity and every chance I get to really let people know that I love them.
And we love y'all.
Yeah, we love y'all.
And tell us some of the things that you all are doing. Some things we've done with our kids. We're back to playing some board games. Yeah. Board games and family games.
Yeah.
We used to do that, but life happens, right?
Yeah.
We get away from it. We get busy.
Yeah.
And now they're looking, forward to it. Another thing we did too, last week, the kids were surprisingly well. They did surprisingly well on all their schoolwork. I mean, they really did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
typically, when they do the good things, we will take them out to eat, and then we'll all go to a movie
or something. Yeah.
We did that last week, but in the house.
Yes.
So we had takeout Red Lobster. So we went to Red Lobster, right? And then we these theaters now, the movies early releases, and then if it does come out, they are doing on demand.
Yeah.
So it's cheaper now too. A family of 6 going to the movies is very expensive.
Yeah, most definitely.
They got that popcorn upstairs.
Popcorn.
Okay, and then you only got to pay like $19.99 for the movie. And they enjoyed it. And you got to think these kids are going through it too right now. They're missing their friends.
Yeah, they're trying to spend as much time as they possibly can. FaceTiming and chatting with their friends.
Yeah, so you gotta think of creative ways. If you just go out riding bikes or walking, playing out in the backyard, something. And then for couples.
Yeah. What can we do?
Date nights.
In the house.
In the house. Watching a movie,
Yeah. Y'all know what time it is.
Yes.
Make the most of that.
Make the most.
Lock your door.
That's right.
Make sure nobody don't come in, because you want to make sure you have some healing in the
worship.
Yeah, worship.
And turn the music up. Turn the music up.
Yeah. Turn the music up. Yes.
So, take advantage of these times. And then this is where you need to be communicating with your spouse.
Most definitely.
Oh, my God, you need to be communicating with them.
I mean, you have so much time, especially, for those that essential jobs that would still have you being out of the house and being able to do certain things, truck drivers. Let me just say this, too. To truck drivers, y'all are keeping the United States flowing. Delivery people are keeping the United States flowing, because you guys are taking the packages from wherever to. So big kudos to the truck drivers that are still out on the roads, that are taking our packages and groceries and everything, products, all of that across the United States. Kudos, shout out to all of the truck drivers. Brother Glass, shout out to you.
Yes, definitely. Oh, Lady Jennings, hey, thanks for tuning in. Hey, Shiraza, my cuz. Oh, I need some mask. I'm going to text you, okay? I got to talk to you about something, okay?
Yeah.
Hey, Michael. Hey, Mother Haynes.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Yeah, so another thing, okay, so what we were talking about also too last week are you have to make sure you have cash in your household, okay?
Yeah.
Cash in your household. So you have to start thinking practical. I didn't say this last week, but I posted it online. If you're having your job take out your 401k or 403b or whatever, now is the time you can stop those, pause those payments, right?
Yeah. Now
is the time. That could give you an extra $100 to $400 extra a month or more, however much you pay a month. And it is okay. It is okay to do that right now. Also, too, student loans, don't y'all make that student payment this month. They are.
Put a stay out on it.
They've given us 6 months.
Yeah. I'd already paid mine for March, so.
Yeah.
And she was mad at me because I paid mine. But, I'm just trying to be on time, do my stuff.
But let me tell you, it's not like it still is if you are. They're doing it in a way.
Interest-free.
Yeah. And it's like you are still making a payment.
Yeah.
Nothing's affected on your credit. That's money too that you can save. And they have been directed to pause payments up until September the 30th.
Yeah.
Now starting August 1st, they're gonna let you know that soon, after September 30th, you have to start back. It's not like it's a one lump sum payment of these 6 months. No.
You can just go back
You
start
can
where you
start.
where you ended off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's up, Ada?
Hey.
And hey, Tasha. Well, her name is Claretta, but we call her Cousin Tasha. And
Shiraza, thank you so much. And She's having she's gonna donate 50 masks. Cousin Shiraza, she just said,
Wow,
that
that's
is a
cool.
blessing.
Cool.
Not only I need that at the healthcare facility that I work at.
Yeah,
So we
and
will discuss that.
yeah, and I want to just say too, with the healthcare professionals, listen, man, big shout out to y'all. I mean, really big shout out to y'all. Y'all who are on the front line. We have church members who are nurses and people who work in that healthcare profession. My wife, she's in the healthcare profession and she works on the front line. And a lot of times we don't always think about it's a risk when you go to work. You know, you're going to work and now you're in an environment, but they don't think of it as a risk, but they think that they're just doing their job and they're doing their responsibility of trying to take care of the health needs of all of the patients that they see. And they see it as an opportunity to really serve, the country that way. You know, and so, you know, every time that I have to, I'm making my duty as a responsible husband to drop her off at work so she don't have to work. And then if she's working overnight, she's tired in the morning. I don't want to even put her in the risk of driving back home. So all of those things, our responsibility is to make sure that we're helping and giving some level of support, clapping, applauding, appreciating all of the healthcare professionals, first responders, all of the people that are dealing with, this pandemic head on, and so we give shout out to you guys and we love you guys.
So let's talk about healthcare. I got a thing of healthcare tips.
Yeah.
Let's talk about healthcare. So like my husband just mentioned, you take that off. Healthcare right here. Okay. Right there. So, as my husband mentioned, I am a registered nurse, okay? I primarily work in nursing informatics. Nursing informatics, I can work from home at that. Y'all can look that up later if anybody wants to know, y'all nurses, about nursing informatics. It's in cancer research. But I still occasionally go back into the front lines.
Yeah.
Because if you don't use your skills, you'll lose it, right?
Yeah.
So I still occasionally go back, and I'm a house supervisor at one of the health facilities here in Atlanta. And it's scary out there because I'm just going to be honest. It's scary out there. We're short of supplies, and then
short of healthcare professionals too at the same time.
And the patients are just sick and sicker. And then I'm exposing myself, right? And then I have to come back to the house. So I just wanted to share some healthcare tips. So I like I said, I occasionally go in around here and there. And this past weekend, I worked a couple of nights. And so just to let you know, had some patients with fevers and stuff like that. And so these are, let me just say, these type of masks that everyone's walking around with and all of that, the CDC is saying, do not walk around with the mask.
Yeah.
The reason why they are saying that is because y'all are taking them from
healthcare
folks
professionals
like me, folks like you got the EMT. Like I had to have some EMT come into the our facility, and then now these masks honestly were only made like surgical masks, only for like splashes. So you won't get bodily fluids splash. This corona thing is not a splash.
No.
It's in actual it's in the air. The particles, and it lingers.
Pathogen.
Yes, it is an airborne pathogen. It lingers there for hours, okay? And so the N95 mask, sometimes I see people walking around with those N90. I can't even get an N95 mask because it's a shortage.
Yeah.
And then now the N95 mask, like when you work at the hospital on the side, it's supposed to fit your face. It fits your face, so at least 95% of the particles will not get inside in your nose and in your mouth. These, everything getting in, right?
Yeah.
You can't really, but I understand. You have the N9. Okay, Shiraza, girl, we about to talk. Okay, these stuff can get in your now.
Yeah.
If you are experiencing symptoms and things like that, by all means, this is the only thing you have. Do it. But what the CDC is also saying is, if you know people like my cousin Shiraza, who's making these masks that could like cotton base, not the flimsy kind. She don't make nothing flimsy, but I've seen others, making masks and stuff too. At least if you're out there, if you're a consumer walking around, have like those type of masks. Save these for like healthcare workers, so we can do our job to help protect you. But like those cotton masks, or they have stuff. People are making them out of fabric and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That will stop. Sometimes you see them; they'll have it and then have like this on top of it. But you gotta protect this. Now, let me tell you, as a healthcare professional, I was nervous this weekend. So when I get home, I just take off all my clothes in the garage. I strip.
Keep talking.
In the garage, right? I don't bring that stuff in. Nothing, no shoes or nothing or whatever like that. And I put it all in there, and then it's rolled up and some clean. And then we put it in the washing machine and stuff. Now, this coronavirus thing, hear me when I say this is an important tip. You might call me crazy for this, but I'm using grassroots nursing and research when I tell you this. This virus thing, when it comes in through the nose, it'll come through the mouth, and then when it comes in the mouth, it gets stuck like it'll get stuck like right
way in the back.
And it'll sit there for like maybe about 2 or 3 days, right? And then in the nose too, we got them hairs in the nose. And so it can light particles, it can stay right there for a couple of days. That's why sometimes you're asymptomatic, meaning you're not feeling anything because it's just stuck there.
Yeah.
So that thing, this virus thing, its kryptonite is heat, right? It does not like heat. So some preventative things that I do, and then I tell the kids, gargle.
With hot water.
Warm, not hot.
Water. Yeah.
Warm water.
Don't burn yourself.
Yeah, not hot water.
Warm water.
Just gargle. If you do that daily, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Gargle. So that's as soon as I came home, of course, I did that. Do that daily. Because, I tell my husband to do that. I don't know if he does it or not because he be going to the grocery store and stuff. But I tell him to do that. I don't know if he's listening. But
I'm listening.
At any rate, also
I'm not giving
too,
you one way or the other if I'm doing it or not doing it. Let's keep going.
Also too, you can put sometimes I'll use a blow. Is it a blow dryer or hair dryer? The blow dryer. When you blow your hair out, stuff like that. I don't put it up to my nose, of course, right? I will just put it on a warm temperature and I'll just sweep it. Just sweep it to where my nose, it's like a steam or something coming up. Yeah. That's what I'll do. And I'm doing that as a healthcare professional. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm an RN. I'm doing that. Calling me crazy, but the research shows that it hates heat. Yeah.
I heard something. I don't know how true it is, but there were 2 nurses on Facebook that were showing how you can get mucus out of your lungs, and they said you turn to the back and you just pat down the back like that, and they said that's a way you can help try to drive mucus down. I don't know how true it was, but it was just
that's something that but see, the thing is, like, where's the mucus gonna go? It's gonna, like, are you doing it and then cough it up? Yeah. Sometimes you do that, if you have that's a way. I know we used to do it in I used to do that in one of our daughters, number 4, because when she would have a lot of sputum and stuff like that.
I guess to get it to go down. I don't know where, but hey, I'm not a healthcare professional. I just saw something, so I was just asking another one just to see exactly if that's true or not.
Well, also too, you can put, like you have like Vaseline or something like this under your nose. They were saying this at my job, and I I kind of can see it, or you can like put Vaseline and stuff under your nose so it kind of like blocks any particles and stuff to come out. I use the heat. I use heat and I gargle. Now, another thing too, y'all, these gloves. Oh my God. Let me tell you something right now.
Oh, she about to do something that really, because she don't like, she has a pet peeve, y'all. She's about to tell you. Hey, April. We hear you. Okay.
I have a 95 man. I started working with mental health and our manager gave us one that's gotten dirty. Can you reuse it daily? That's what I'm concerned about. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. But let me tell you, even some Emory doctors right now, April, they're having to use it daily because they don't have any.
Yeah.
So if that's the only protection that you have, don't you throw it away.
Just
you gotta use it. And so here's the thing. I'm glad you mentioned that. Hey, Maia, my line sister. I'm glad you mentioned that. So April, let's say you have your N95. Now this is not an N95, okay? But let's say you have your N95 on, and then you have on gloves. You touch it. You could have transmitted the virus right here on your mask. Y'all folks walking around with these gloves in the grocery stores, it kills me. Y'all touch the and
listen, it might just be a level of ignorance or anything like that. And we're not saying that, hey, you're just trying to do what you feel is the best that you can do, but we're trying to help you guys.
Healthcare for the truth hurts. Let me tell you. I'm telling you to help to save you and to save others. If you're wearing these gloves in the grocery store, you touch that cart, then you touch fruit, you touch a can of something, you are spreading it to everything. Yeah. And then you take this glove, you go to your car, you open the car, everything you done touched, and you're passing it. So the next person that touches it, they might have gotten it.
Yeah, it's still the same thing as you having your hand.
Then you get into the car, and then you've really taken that stuff. You're touching your steering wheel and all of that. That's why we as nurses, when we go into a patient's room, we don't go room to room with this stuff. We take it off. And sometimes we use multiple different type gloves in the same room.
Yeah.
So that's why hand techniques of hand washing, when you're out in the grocery stores and you're out and about, do not touch your face. Don't scratch your ear. Don't rub your eyes.
Don't rub your nose.
Don't rub your nose. Have hand sanitizer on you. You know, I know sometimes even before all this, I touch something, I'm like, I don't feel right. Yeah. I have a hand sanitizer right there, and and I do the hand sanitizer. When I get into that car, we got the wipes and all of that.
Yeah.
And so it's just something to think about when you're wearing these gloves. You're really actually spreading it. Now, if you have symptoms, and you really should be staying home.
Yeah.
Right.
We should be.
You should be staying
only
home.
For necessities. If you're out of groceries or you need to go get to the pharmacy and get what you need to get, medication, stuff like that. Because really, our responsibility is to do what the government is telling us, to be at home. To be at home. It is wise to follow wise judgment. So the judgment says stay at home, social distancing, so that we can, cause this virus to now dissipate. But if we're doing what is needed to be done, eventually over time, because of our good stewardship of what we're trying to accomplish, we'll beat this thing. Yeah. But if we're being disobedient and we're constantly trying to go back and forth and do what we want to do, and, we're not, all we're doing is exacerbating the issue and making it worse.
Right. And so April said we're trained to take our gloves off and wash our hands and not to touch our face. It's a habit to touch your face, nose, itching. She said, Lord help us. Yeah.
Yeah, because I done did it about 3-4 times. I done touched my face about 3-4 times since we've been on this show.
It is a habit. Yeah. It is a habit. Even nurses, sometimes we might feel, man, I've been in some situations where I knew I had stuff on my hands, but that allergies, I have allergies, and you just like, it's just a natural reaction. Yeah. So I've had to just, away from everything. And sometimes, you got to use, but then you don't know if.
You got to do the nay-nay.
Yeah. Hey, I like that, baby. But you don't know. But this stuff, all these particles and stuff like that, they get on your clothes. So you don't want to really be rubbing. You don't really want to be rubbing your face with your clothes. So that's why every day plead the blood of Jesus.
Yeah.
And just pray for his protection.
Yes.
It could be on grocery bags. It could. You just really have to be cognizant, careful. Just make sure y'all are just in your house sanitizing it daily. Yeah. All y'all OCD people, welcome back. You love this world. You love this world. I know all y'all introverts. I know you're loving this right now. This is our new normal.
New normal.
This is our new normal.
And it's going to be the new normal for a long while. We might as well get used to this.
It's gonna be. We don't know when this thing is going to end, but I also too. There's help on the way too. So today we have mentioned we talked about the small business loans. Mm-hmm. I'm going to leave a link for that after this video in our comment section. We talked about places that are hiring. I'm going to leave a link for that. If you're a nurse too, New York paying top dollars for nurses to deploy. They're paying for housing, and salary. So it's a choice. It's an option that you have, but also too, we're starting to hurt here in Georgia and hurt in different states. Yeah. So we talked about that. We talked about the student loans. They're holding it off for six months. Now the big topic that a lot of people are talking about is the stimulus check. So this stimulus. Stop it.
I was trying to anticipate.
Close the healthcare tips. Close the healthcare tips.
I got it.
Okay. This, he's starting early.
I'm trying to anticipate.
So the stimulus check is a part of the $2 trillion package that was just passed by Congress. Yeah. Right? So it's going to give in like a model of a family of 4, right? Mm-hmm. Two parents and 2 children. It gives like $2,400 for a couple and like $500 per child. So for that family, they would get like $3,400, right? But it depends on your adjusted gross income. And if you file a 1040, that's the 8. That line number is number 8. Please have your taxes filed. There's still time. Mm-hmm. You can file whichever one, the 2018, 2000. If you don't have the 2019, they'll look at the 2018. But if you haven't filed 2019, they have extended the deadline to June. Okay, so there's a stimulus check calculator that I wanted to show you. Now they have stipulations. If you're single, and it caps you out at $75,000. If you're a couple, your adjusted gross income is like $150,000. But if you do make more than that, like less than $199,000 as a couple, the adjusted gross income, okay? The adjusted gross income, that's after all your taxes and all that. The adjusted gross income, if you're at like $199.99, you get something. But it is reduced some. Yeah. But then you also get funds for them kids that you got. Yeah. Okay, $500 a pop. So let's just show you. I want to show y'all some examples, and I will post the link of this checker for you. There are a couple of links out there. So how much will you receive? So I just kind of went over like that first part, right, about the income limits. So I think the first example that I said, how much? Let's say you're single, and let's say you make $50,000. I think that's what it's gonna say. Let's say you're single, make $50,000. How many kids you have? Let's say you have 2 kids. Then you hit calculate, and you will receive $2,200. Okay, Let's see if you are. Do I do a married one? Why am I taking so long? You're married. And then y'all make combined income. And it says 2019, but it can also be your 2018. $150,000. Y'all have 3 kids. Oh, sorry about that. They will give you $3,900 with $150,000. Okay? This is a married couple. So now let's see if you're married. You're married and you only made $98,000 as joint income and you have 0 kids. No kids. You're just going to get $2,400. And I think I got one more example. If you're married and your joint income is $45,000, how many kids you got? Oh, you got 1 child. Oh, you'll get $2,900. Okay.
All right.
So I'll post the link to that. Oh, I went out. Can y'all hear me? Do a like if you can hear me. Ada said I went out. Do a like if can y'all hear me?
No, we can hear you.
Okay, y'all can hear me? Okay. So, and they're saying that the stimulus checks are coming, by April 6th. They do the direct deposit. So get your tax information in. Okay, thanks. I see the light. Yeah, they can hear us. So we wanted just to get this information out, to you. We're going to get through this. We're all in this together.
We're all in this together.
We are all in this together. And, do not get overwhelmed. Don't get overwhelmed. As a country, yes, this is a new normal, but God, He is all in this. If y'all don't feel it.
Yeah, I really feel like we go through experiences specifically for our edification, our growth, our maturity. A lot of times we go through things specifically to address some level of necessity that we need.
Right.
I feel like in life, the experiences that we go through are there to bring us closer to God. Ultimately, everything that we go through really is a challenge for us. Right. Are we seeing where God is really looking and or where He really is, so that we can now be a part of the process of growing and be a part of the process of now being a light, so that other people can see that God is real, even in the midst of this situation. So, so our biggest thing is we have to encourage as many people as possible. Keep them lifted up in prayer. Keep each other encouraged by speaking to them. If you just got to call them and say, hey, brother, sister, I love you. Hey, we got you, whatever you need. Let's walk this thing out together. Let's, and when we have this opportunity to really encourage each other, it helps us and it gives us the opportunity to grow. And it gives us the opportunity to see that there are less fortunate people that are out there, even than us, even in this situation.
Right.
And how can we assist? How can we help? How can we be a level of encouragement and assistance to other people during this time? And even if you want to give to companies that are actually using this money and earmarking it to help pay for healthcare workers or for other institutions that are actually on the front lines, we need to do that.
Yeah, and I feel that everyone should be a little bit different when we come out of this.
Yeah.
If you're the same through this, I feel that no, you did not grow.
Yeah, there was no.
Experience.
Yeah. We go through, but we also should grow through.
Grow through.
Yeah.
Behaviors should be changed a new level of appreciation, new insight, like new spending habits, creativity, like
spontaneity with your, all of that should be an opportunity. You should be thinking about these things.
Some relationships should have blossomed, because this is a war we're fighting. It really is, and strong soldiers help the weak ones. So that's why we're all in this together. And I would have said that's what it's all about. But some family don't have the closest like that. And hopefully this is a time for family to get close. Like we have the technology of Zoom. You can even do Zoom on your phone. And most people do have phones, right?
Most people do.
Most people do have the phone. So maybe this is a time to start to nurture those relationships that were strained. But
apologize if you need to apologize. Do whatever is necessary, because life is too short. And we've seen, even from experiences, that people are leaving. I mean, man, it's only March of 2020. We're about to go into April tomorrow. And this feels like this has already been a year. And it's only been 3 months.
And they're estimating between $100,000 to $200,000
people
deaths. 100 to 200,000
That's
deaths.
the projection.
That's the projection. Now,
we're praying
over
for
probably a million cases.
And this is our prayer. Our prayer is that it doesn't get to that.
Yes.
I pray that God does something miraculously and we do our part in social distancing and making sure that we're, taking care of our responsibility, washing our hands and not being out and where you can contaminate.
A lot of people are not taking this thing seriously.
They're not.
They're not. This is really the time to change. Do self-reflection every day. I'm sure we have a lot of meditation time now.
Read something.
Sometimes God has to slow us down in order to get our attention. And I really feel like that's what we're going through now. And so if you don't take advantage of it. To be listening to him as he's speaking to you, because he's speaking to this nation right now.
Yes, he is.
And woe is the person that's not taking it seriously,
not taking heed,
waiting for this thing to pass so they can get
back to their own life or what they were doing.
It's not going to work this time. It isn't. Hey, Miss Margaret, it's not going to work this time. So really take this opportunity and do self-reflection and make a change.
Make a change. Build a relationship. Develop yourself. Read. Grow. Go to the Word of God to get encouragement. Encourage somebody. Pray for somebody. Call somebody that you hadn't called in a while and just say, hey, man, or hey, sister, how you doing? I hadn't talked to you in a while. I just want to, let you know that I love you. I appreciate you. And I know we may not be able to see each other in person, but I just want to give my love and my heart to you and let you know that, hey, this is where we are, and we can encourage each other during this time. I mean, the smallest, the simplest things that sometimes we take for granted, we need to make sure that we're doing that during this time. Using the opportunity to show people that we care about them, because really that's going to be the key thing that's going to get us all through this thing, that we are in this together. And if we're in it together, let's do what is necessary to show each other love and to help pull each other through. That's the key.
We got hey Jesse, we got a comment from Lady Jennings. I pray that God restore families in this season. Losing loved ones is hard. You guys know what my family went through.
Yeah. Most definitely. And sometimes what happens is we can gloss over things or take things for granted because it hadn't happened to us. Y'all, when we do that, we are not being compassionate or sympathetic or empathetic with people who have gone through this. And listen, those statistics are people. They're not just numbers. So when we look at that, there are real people, there are stories behind those statistics. There are stories behind every one of those cases that they said that continue to add up. So there's a life, there's a family surrounded by every single person. And we just can't look at it as a number. We need to look at it as a particular person. Even if you don't know that person personally, but put faces or try to put faces
It was
to every single
brother,
one of those numbers.
Sister, auntie,
Uncle,
daughter, it
grandma,
was someone,
granddad,
it was someone.
Baby. We heard about the first case of an infant, a couple of days ago.
And let me tell you about this too. Y'all, the reality is, if you or a loved one is infected, your family cannot see you if you're admitted to the hospital. So some that have died in the hospital, they died alone.
Yeah.
You can't do a funeral.
Yeah.
That's why this social distancing and taking this thing serious is so imperative.
Yes.
Because you could be in the hospital alone. And that's why I also told my husband not to go outside and run with them girls. If he hurt himself and have to be admitted to the hospital, I couldn't see him.
Yeah.
I'm saying stuff like
against
that.
The medical professionals' best advice. I was hard-headed.
Yeah, you pulled a hamstring.
Hamstring.
They are restricting
I got
visitors.
I got ace bandage around my thigh right now. She's been keeping me,
Yeah. But
couldn't walk really late yesterday, but
on the serious note, there are a lot of people that are getting better and beating this thing, and it is a blessing. They got the antibodies in their body, so if they're, the hope is if they are exposed to it again that they won't get sick. But there are a lot of people walking out of the hospital. More people walking out of the hospital that are not. Remember that.
So that's the silver lining.
That's the silver lining. But you do not want to be one that does not leave the hospital. So we're praying for you all.
Yes.
We love you all. Please share this video. Hopefully it helped you. We gave a lot of good information, we feel.
Yeah, and during this time, self-reflection, take inventory, do some awareness of where you are and assessment of where you are, and say to yourself, okay, where I was coming into this pandemic, where do I want to be going out of this pandemic? There's a time frame of maybe 2 months, 60 days. How can I better myself in these 60 days? Or however long it may be, and begin to create goals for yourself and say, this is what I want to accomplish even during this time. Even if it's just reading my Bible every day or getting up in the morning to pray or whatever the case may be. You have the opportunity to change your direction by the decisions that you make right now. And you can change the trajectory of your life by just making small, marginal changes in your life that will, over a period of time, will give you large results.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good. Everyone should do this.
Yeah, and I'll give a plug. Read a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. It talks about small, marginal changes in your life that will lead to dramatic shifts in your life over a long period of time. All right? Anyway.
Awesome. That's good, baby. That's good. Y'all, thank y'all for joining in. We praying for each and every one of you. Yeah. We really are. Please stay safe out there, and hand washing, social distancing, check on the loved ones.
Yeah.
And just
call the elderly. Let them know that you're, those who are most susceptible to this virus. Reach out to them, and then also let them know that as a family, we're all family.
Right, and y'all, praying. And just FYI, y'all young folk, you're not immune from this.
No,
thing.
You're not. So don't act like you're invincible.
Yes. You can get it, and you can.
And you can pass it.
Yeah,
yes. Your carelessness can be the death sentence to somebody else.
Right.
You don't want that to happen.
Right.
So do your part. Do your part.
Right.
We are all in this together. All right.
All righty. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in.
Yes, guys. We love you guys.
We love you guys.
We will see you guys next week.
Next Tuesday, 7 p.m.
Tuesday.
Share this
yes,
video.
Like.
Like, share. Ready?
See you. Peace.